Well, hello, and welcome. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design, and we are back today. Hopefully late Monday afternoon, early evening, depending on your time frame. But we are here today, and we returned to the So Vintage mini flip-flop ephemera holder journal ordeal. It is a flip-flop. It is a small one. Usually flip-flops are, full-size journal, skinny journal. But this one definitely, has a cover. It opens up, flip it to the back, and then you open it one more time, and we hopefully will have some kind of small journal in here. So, but it will also have all these lovely pockets and tucks on these pages, but in each one of these, though, is a top-loaded pocket. So we're going to put, journal card tags in the top, and then we're going to put tucks and pockets on these 4 pages to tuck journal cards and other small ephemera into that. A decorative front cover, slightly decorated back because we want to make sure it lays somewhat flat. And then at some point we will put a, small journaling concoction in here on the back side. So as you see, I did glue down a continuous page for the back where, there we go, on the back where we're going to sew in or, not rubber band per se, but elastic in a cover to the back side here. And then the inside, I debated forever. Oh my gosh, it took me forever, guys. We knew the front, right? It's a continuation of the back and front. But the inside, I could not figure out what to do. I was like picking and choosing, so I went a little lighter on the white and black on this side, and the more beigey tones and clusters and whatnot here. So either way, each one will have a slightly heavily decorated faux lace, real lace, things like that. So today we're going to work on a combination of cover and, paper decor. And then we'll see when we're done what European border laces, or I have a couple of my favorites that are stout enough that I think will work really nicely as a real lace ordeal on these pages. So we're going to get going. I'm a little close because I want you to see what I'm doing. I'll try not to get off camera. If I feel like I'm off camera too much, I will definitely zoom back out. Though it is sort of dark. I don't know, can never tell. Let me go back just a little bit. You see, it lightens up. You see that. It's really weird how a little bit and all of a sudden it lightens up on my screen. I don't know what you guys see, so maybe that'll be a little better. Okay, not so bad. Okay, so let's see. What do we want to do? We did the template. It worked pretty well for the most part. So that my panels of covering was pretty consistent. I mean, yes, there's some stuff here where there's some openings. So we'll just enjoy the lace concept there, where we do some trim here, maybe in a lace pocket. We're going to do a faux lace pocket here, paper and stuff. So yeah, I think we're, good for the most part. So we're going to start off with, was that the front? Yes. Okay. I have 2 lace, I'm not sure why or how, but that is actually wide here and shorter here. Who knew that when I created it? I wonder how I did that. Anyway, yeah, it does sit that way. Well, I'll make it work in my favor. All right, so we have some lace belly band faux pocket pieces that are in the kit for you to use as you see fit. So we're going to make a side tuck for one, and we're going to definitely use it as a bottom pocket for another, okay? And this one was fine because we're going to add some lace to help with that transition that it doesn't go over. We're going to put some lace and trim on the tabs, so that'll help this one blend in really nicely. But we are definitely going to vintage these edges up because they are the shadows of the artwork. The lace was actually laid out and scanned in. This is actually lace that was scanned in to the computer and used accordingly. So this came from my mom's stash, which is her grandma, and then her mom's stash. So yeah, it's one of those though, we use all the time until we don't have any more of it, which will be a sad day. And that actually fits really nicely right there. Beautiful. So yeah, I scanned them in, and then on one of the pages we duplicate it, so you have this continuous sort of layered gathered look of lace. So I really love that. So this is going here, nothing crazy. I could just easily glue it down real quick. And then we can decide as we're going along how we want to decorate it with lace and trim here and work our way into a cluster probably. Knowing me, we'll do a little clustering on this page because we're just going to be tucking in a double-sided journal card into this one. So I hope you're all doing really well. You had a great weekend. We didn't get as much rain as I was hoping. I think Northern California did. We did okay. rained a decent amount. Now, of course, we're being told, watch out, flood watch, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, okay. No, we do have a potential of Tuesday, some decent rain. So, which is what I hope so, because I like to be able to keep my sprinklers off and keep my water bill down. I'm all for that. I like to be able to use Mother Nature in her best, environment. That would be great. Okay, so there's that. And then decorating this would allow goodness. On this one, I think I want to put this double-sided journal card in. Super cute. Either TaylorMade Journal or Graphic Fairy had this. And I added my background and I added flowers to it. To make it, of course, my own entity. And then, of course, made the dressmaker's journal card side. So you can write on this, any notes. So all I gotta do is we gotta glue it together and tuck it in. So let's just do that, right? Why not? I would normally not do this, but it's gooing out, so we might as well. But these double-sided journal cards are great because you can cut them apart, and they are two separate journal cards in their own right. They can be cut apart and used, and you can back them however you like. Back them, ink them, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But I know there's some people, can have a hard time getting the first print job done, let alone run it back through correctly. And not have their computer malfunction, and get a backing on them. So when you do this and you cut it, you just glue it, put it together, and then if you have to, you just trim up the edges a little bit if they're a little off. Mine always seem to be. As hard as I try to with the cutter, keep them clean. It doesn't mean it always works in my favor. So you can just go back in and do any cleanup that doesn't quite line up into your liking, and even then you can ink it and no one would know, right? Like this one has a little more white on the front here. I did not quite cut enough off. Let's try that again. It's thick now. Now, what I do love about this is these are on cardstock. My journal cards I put on cardstock. So when you double up on them, we get a nice stout piece. And whether it be glitter glue or whether I noticed with the UHU stick magic, it definitely gives some moisture or some thickness, and the glue when it starts, solidifying, makes it a very stout card. And I love it. So it's one of my favorite things. Now, I might actually try to do some pink on this one. I do have green. I haven't decided if I'm going to pull it out yet or not. I picked up a green from, Tim Holtz. I also got the speckled egg, which is blue, but it has a little bit of a mint to it. So that's always fun, too. So we'll see. I'm going to go a little pink right now, especially on this front side, to sort of soften it, maybe. Give us a little bit more feminine. But the back, I like, because it is just a writing space, I'm going to want to go more. And whatever happens to bleed to the other side will not be the end of the world. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We ran errands all Saturday, of course, in the rain. But then I got orders done and things like that. And then Sunday, my daughter she had practice for her winter guard, color guard. Their competition's coming up quickly. They're doing 2 of the 5 or 6 circuits, or 1 circuit, but run events. They're new. They're junior high. They haven't done a lot. We got to do it once last year because the high school hosted it and gave us a discount. So the one that we got to host locally, or our high school hosted locally, they got to do. So that was great. So okay, so we have our lace, pocket. Wow, that's tight. There we go. All right, so that's what we're going to put in there. So what we want to do is decorate, of course, this pocket with trim and cluster with some of our fussy cuts to sort of just give this whole thing, some gorgeousness. And then this side, where they're going to do a real lace, another real lace pocket or a real lace tuck on this side. So both sides might be tuck on this end, pockets on the outer ends. Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so we'll do actual lace tuck on this side, faux lace on this side, actual lace pocket here, faux lace pocket here. I can't help myself. I have to rationalize things. Things have to make some kind of oddball pattern. My daughters get their tweaks, they get it for real. Oh my gosh, my daughter, I have one that's very observant and very OCD with her ADHD. And now I know why. Things have to have a certain rhyme or reason to them. The other one isn't as anal retentive, but she has her own little tweaks, so it's funny. We will get to that front cover. Okay, I just wanted to sort of work on these just a little bit with you guys, give you ideas, bits and pieces within the kit to how to work them. Yeah, but I didn't realize that this has a high and low. Oh my gosh, how funny is that? It's wider on the top than the bottom. I didn't even catch that. I wonder what tweak that I didn't catch. I'm like, I wonder what tweak that I didn't catch. So with that in mind, I'm going to ink all the way around, even though we are going to have to sort of cut this out and leave weird pieces, which I hate doing. We're going to probably cut a new little mini something out of this. We'll cut the bottom first off so that I have the right height that I need. So this is not a bad thing though, because I can go wider on the bottom, thinner to the top. So this will hold the bottom of the journal card a little bit more. So like this one is going in this way, which I love. So, or we can, so you can see a postcard. Maybe we'll do it that way. I hate to cover up the thing, but well, we'll let that hide. So to do so, I have to decide how much. I think we're going to want to go for the wider end. Hate to cover baller. So we're going to cut off the top first, so I have a nice clean chunk up here that I can use elsewhere, right? On the inside the book, whatever. And then we'll cut down this end, so it gives me another belly band if I wanted to somewhere else. So these pieces can actually go inside the book later, which is always helpful. So, maybe we'll lay it upside down. That way, I can trace it exactly where I think I want it. Right? And the best way to do this is probably going to pin it and pin it where I think I want it on this end, and then go from there. And I don't want to cover up this hole too much. But we want to make sure we give ourselves enough of a tuck that it does not, what's the word? It's not useless, right? We want to be like, oh yeah, that tuck really worked. And not, oh, well, it won't hold anything. Gosh, I've done that before. Or like, that journal card keeps falling out. That didn't help me at all. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to level it out. Hopefully it lines. Use our trusty pencil so that I know where to cut on both accounts. That way we aren't wasting any paper. We don't want to waste any of it. Jeez, we want to stretch every element we have. Hold on one second. I need water. My throat still sounds really funny. I don't know what the deal is. It could just be what is coming in. It very well could be whatever's coming in right now. Well, I don't have to go very far. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm cutting straight or not. Yeah, that should be okay. Alright. You know me. So anyway, hope the weather went well. I hope your weekend's gone well. Anyway, she had a competition practice this weekend, so we got errands done and nails done. Well, woohoo! I am back and I'm all pretty in red for Valentine's, I guess, which I don't always. Sometimes I go. I mean, the first year he passed, I actually went black. I went black for Valentine's. I went a pretty silvery black with glitter, and I had two little white hearts, barely or silver hearts. Like I made sure like they barely showed, but for me and me only, with my broken heart, I had something going on. Well, I was very into it. I don't know what I did last year. I don't remember what she did. I don't know what she did with me last year. I may have just done. I don't know what I did last year. February. So in October to October. So I think last February I was doing it myself. So I probably had press-on nails of some sort because I think at that point I had given up. I wasn't really trusting Kim to do my nails. So, not Kim, who the lady who bought it. So, yeah, no, I don't think I think I did my own set of, I think I had my own nails. I have to look back and see. Okay, so glue the outside 3 as we always do. So you have your tuck. But yeah, no, I probably did some pretty long, artsy fartsy. So I'll go too far in. Press on nail probably, but yeah, I was tempted almost this month to do it again. But I'm just so busy. I need something a little bit more stable at the moment. Still too busy to put something on that I have to fix out every 10 days. But then again, we all lost nails this month. Our nails did not hold at all. The powders peeled off. My oldest needed pretty much a whole new set. Her nails get really long underneath and they get really thick. But it means they also don't stick to the acrylic. They start peeling away. They start curling away from the acrylic. Which, with our nitpicky little habits, you end up pulling them off because they become irritating. Oh, so sort of a bummer. I was like, that was expensive, but we got our nails done. We did our grocery shopping. We ran our errands, did everything we needed to do. Okay, so there's that. And then I wanted to do, which is the reason I was doing this now, because I need some of it for the front. I wanted to do a faux ribbon here But I think I'm only going to glue it top and bottom, so it has potential of a small tuck, like a belly band type tuck, so that we could put, like if I had a piece, that a fussy cut or something I wanted to put in here, because I have hordes of little things over here that I cut out. You know, if I wanted to tuck in little things, right, I could do so and not lose them, right? So, not like everything will stay, but I mean, anyway, like if we wanted to fill it with a tuck, we could, right? So, or even decorate that belly band and then tuck some more into it. So, we're again going to mark it and measure it and all that jazz. And I'm going to actually have to let it sit inside it a little bit. We're going to sort of start layering. All right. And then what's left over, it looks like the perfect length for our front cover, because I think this is going to be a great for the front as a, you know, something to help anchor our fussy cuts here in the front. Okay. So yeah, a busy weekend. But, you know, and taxes. Oh, taxes. I had to start working on and gathering numbers for that and paperwork. And I know it's not due till April, but I usually, someone actually tried to use my Social Security number many moons ago. And we filed after they did. They tried to use my information. I filed afterwards. They went, something's up. Please send in all your paperwork, because we've always electronically filed, except for a few like H&R Block moments. And yeah, they got like, there's something up, and we're like, what? What do you mean? Oh, the dog. It was like, no. Oh, so now I get a code from them. Of course, IRS sends me a little security code type deal, and I can electronically file. But I try to not wait too long to do it, so we become a February filer. Plus too, if you need any money, or you get any money back, you get it back a whole lot quicker, you know, back in February than you do waiting till late March, April. So you see, the first time I used glitter glue to do my inside, this time I'm just grabbing the and I'm making a mess. Oh, where's my paper? I had a paper. So I'm using the glitter glue the first time. Works fine. Works just as well. As long as if you're really good at getting your edges, then, you know, a great thing works nice. I don't know what's going on out there, and of course I'd have to pause and check, and I don't want to do that. But I'm going to get her quiet. I can probably hear that. Darn dog. She's such a sweetheart, though, and she's, you know, she's getting a little older, so she's finally aging, I should say, enough not to be doing whatever. So, anyway, okay, we'll do the brown again on the back, like we've been doing. I like that. Ooh, that look. Oh, that's gonna irritate me, so I'm gonna have to go talk to her. I feel bad because her parents are out, you know, at work, and so she's outside. She's usually really good, but if something gets to her, someone's delivering. We do have other ladies nearby, within a couple blocks over, like to walk their dogs, so of course it irritates all of the dogs in the neighborhood. I'm like, oh really? I think I'm gonna get my green out, guys. I think I want to play with the green a little bit too. Get some hints of green. If we're gonna add things like that, we might as well have the green too. That's blue. It's funny because on the sponge, if you wouldn't know the difference. So that's my speckled egg. That's my green. Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. No. All right. Let's see. Speckled orange. Hickory. Yeah, orange and hickory are now not going to be used anytime soon. Those are my winter and fall for sure. There's my purple, blue. Yeah, I'm loving that we got to do. Oh, bundled sage. Yeah, that's one of my other favorites. And then what's the other one? Oh, I have a milled lavender, but it's a distressed ink. And that one I have to figure out whether just to... I'm tempted to soak that one. Lorette's one of the old favorite tricks is to take old pads like that and soak them in water. And it colors the water, and then you can use that water, especially like the vintage photo. You can turn around and, you know, sort of get colored inked water, and you can use it to spray and, you know, tea dye, coffee dye kind of deal effect on stuff. So I'm very tempted to take the milled lavender that was I think a really dry pad to begin with. And I know inks are definitely drier than a oxide, but I could not get the color out of it to save my life. I got the oxide and I was like, okay, I can sort of see the lavender again. So a little much, but I like the tint because we're trying to pull from that. So it's okay. I'm good with it. All right. So we just have to decide. Ooh, that just fit. Sometimes my glue, even though I think I went on the edge, there we go. Doesn't do what I want it to do. Okay, so there's that. Trying to get the stuff off my fingers. Okay, so we have our two faux. We have the potential of a belly band and a tuck here, right? So we'll decorate the outside and tuck things into it to give it some more oomph, which you may or may not see, which is great. And it doesn't seem to be getting in the way. I always want to make sure that our ephemera doesn't get in the way of our folds. So we have this one in the back again, lace and trim here on the edges, and we're going to decorate and fussy cut in to decorate that up. These are going to be the larger journal cards, or larger. Oh, what's the word? I believe I have 4 of those. Oh, I hope I have 4 of those. Wouldn't that be sad? All this jibber jabber and not have enough. I bet you I only have 2. Oh no, I may have to create more. Well, I could create some with paper, but I don't think I do. I have a lot of journal cards, but I don't have a lot of journal. Well, that one's tall. Okay, so I have some unusual sizes, which might be really beneficial. Get back to the beige, so I'm going to want to top those. I could slightly round the corners. I could slightly tab the corners if I had to. And we definitely want to put lace or something on the back. Whoop, don't get caught. And they would give me, what I need. Now, in the process here, the front cover stayed glued like we wanted it to down the middle. Down this, the middle fold. I may have to cut that a little bit. It doesn't want to stay the way I want it to. If I trim it up, maybe. Okay, anyway. But these guys, I swear I glued them, and they came unglued. I know one I did not glue, because I wanted it for the back here, right? But this side didn't really glue either. So I'm leaving the front the way it is. It's all fine. But the other one sort of opened up. So we're going to leave them be. But I don't know if it's going to make it easier or harder. So bummer part with this one is you see it here, but not here. So we definitely want to maybe cut the corners and lace this one, because it's, you're not going to see it. She's pretty and light, so maybe we'll put you here. Trying to get a feel for, right? Now and if I feel it's too much at any point, I can always cut more off. But then again, if this is all different heights, we're going to see some stuff in the top of our flip-flop, which I do like that idea. Oh, I have 2 more. Okay, perfect. No. Yay. All right. We can go beige on that one. Now, truthfully, too, if they lay up and they have to be the same size, they're going to back themselves in a way. So you don't see the icky, beigey background. Well, it's a pretty sort of like latte color, taupey color. But my printer prints lines when we do solids, which I do not have that color in your guys' kit that you get from me when you do print and ship. I don't really do those type of background pages. So you get pattern papers and stuff that you can turn around and glue to each other. But anyway, okay. So we have our 4 tabs. We have an extra card here, thankfully, that's bigger, because I have all these extra button cards that you have and whatnot in your kit. And so there's the journal cards. These were the extras, which are super cute too. Maybe I want to put some of those in there. And so this one is definitely longer, the blouse pin. So perfect. We'll make that work. Okay. Definitely. All right. So those 4 pockets are filled. Those 2 are at the moment filled. Then we have, like I said, we're having another tuck, another pocket, and another tuck here. And we have plenty of, what did I just say? We have all these gorgeous cards. Paris. And I have, those are all horizontal, but not a bad thing. We can put white on white. Or we have a button card. The buttons, I could tuck that into there. So we have plenty of things to put in all of our lovely pockets. Not a problem. Okay, moving around. Okay, let's get to the front. That's a fun part. Now, we also have to keep in mind this. So we want to put a lace here that I think I wanted to continue on back here. So what we put here, we're going to also put here, along with the faux rickrack down here and the clustering here. which we were working on. So, but let's pick a potential lace. There's all these lovely pieces. So, we had her, or them, I shouldn't say her. We had that. We had that tucked in. Everything just sort of overlapped and tucked. We had florals that we wanted in here. I have that. We have her. But I also wanted to get potentially this guy. And that could even be down here. So we have between that and the lace, we get some real stuff, some real dimension, along with some faux dimension, right? So I can go this way with her here. So something of that nature, but we need to cut her out. Then we'll have to pick the lace. I don't know how many, I have that beautiful box now that's all organized, which I can see much easier. And I have all my border laces somewhat like all in one space that I've got the trims of. When they, when you get something from the vendor and they either give you a little extra or jip you in your last section. You're like, oh, I should have a perfect amount. And then you're cutting and you're like, why did that come up short? Makes it a little hard. But what are we all up to this week? We are officially in February. I love it. January's done, and I think I'm finally, I know it's sad, but it's become the new tradition. I put fall out for 3 months. I have spring, Easter, whatever you want to, like Easter's even out for sometimes, February, March, April, or March, April, May. Then I have, of course, everyday stuff, and I don't have Christmas out for very long. I have Christmas out for all of a month, and it irritates me. To no end, it irritates me. So lately, it's become a new fad where it's really bad. Christmas for me is all of, the last weekend of November, and it is all of December and most of January. I just looked at, I saw a picture of an old junk journaling Happy Planner page, Happy Planner spread. And yep, it's showing that this week I took down Christmas. And here I am itching to do the same thing. That's my goal around everything else I'm doing besides, taxes and videos and orders and the kids. I'm hoping to get Christmas packed up. Christmas tree went away a while ago. The stockings came down. Christmas lights, of course, came down. That all comes down usually right around New Year's. Within, depending on how the Christmas break for the kids lay out, I usually have, day after New Year's, the tree comes down, and, the lights are down that same, weekend-ish. And I think I let the lights up for about a week later than I would have normally done. But about halfway through that week when I realized one of my neighbors, who usually is very, she actually has her lights on for quite some time, had actually stopped even running hers. I was like, well, I am not going to be the only one with my lights on. Up is one thing. On, that's a whole nother ballpark. So I was like, oh, okay. No more lights either. All right. Yeah, I was just jonesing for a longer season, I guess. But now all the stuff's starting to get to me, and it's getting harder to dust, and, the fireplace I love, but it leaves a little bit extra ash and soot in some places. So I'm like, I really need to just dust everything off and get it put away. I'm not super stoked, but it just means whatever Eastery spring stuff I had put away to pack up Christmas, or to put out Christmas, I will definitely put back out. Maybe I'll do Easter spring early. My decor in general is in blues and very much like the sagey green and pretty blue and cream and whatnot in my house in general. So it's very light and airy and has a feel of spring anyway to it, naturally at all times. But I'm jonesing to get Christmas finally out the door. So I guess that's a good thing. But that's what we're doing. So I don't know, anybody else do that? Anybody else sort of enjoy that season? I know some start really early. They're not big on Halloween and fall, so they start Christmas early, right? It's like, we're done. When the moment Halloween is done, it's like, poof, they are into Christmas. So I don't know, they do Christmas all November, December, but yeah, so they're done. Like come January 1st or whatever, they definitely put it away. So I don't know. I just don't do that. I try not to rush the fall season out of the door. So I wait till after Thanksgiving, and then poof, it is Christmas. It's Christmas, man. I don't think I need to tuck anything into this one, so I think I'm just going to put it down. And we're going to make it work. We're going to put everything on top of it. I don't think I need to tuck anything behind it, so. But yeah, so I'm itching. I'm like, I got to get Christmas put away this week and keep working on the taxes, because I know once you get into it, like once you open up that TurboTax and you get going, it's like, oh, you just want to get it done. So I gotta wait for that. Trying to get my daughter qualifying for more financial aid. So we went and got something saying she may qualify for Cal Grant. So I went and clicked on that, and it was like, oh yeah, you may qualify for a certain amount. But it was very up in the air. It's like, oh, you may qualify, but until she graduates, and and then confirmation from the school, which I mean she's already been accepted, but the ending result of confirmation, there's no guarantee of what they're going to give you. I mean, because the school isn't a state or a California state or for us a state college or a state university. It's more of a trade school, but an expensive one for that. Yeah, no, we're not getting a lot. They're not giving us the full amount that she could have for her Pell Grant, which I'm worried that Cal Grant will do the exact same thing. They're nickeling and diming us pretty terribly right now. So it's like, guys, I have no money. I'm a widow. What the heck? What do you expect of me? Let me find my laces. So yeah, and when he abruptly leaves and we don't get that last push to try and put stuff aside. So I don't know. Do I have a thin white? Well, I could do where's my little white trim? We should have. Well, I can do. Ooh, that one. Oh, that's double. But I could white it out. Don't know if I want to go white or cream, guys. Or both. I mean, we do a little bit of white on the inside, so maybe we do the reverse. We have white on the cream stuff and cream on the white stuff. That sort of sounded weird. But anyway. Been around teenagers too much. I just don't know. I saw this one. I'm trying to see. I wanted to see, but I don't know where it is. Where is my... Well, that's really... Oh, there it is. We have these. Both of... I think we have... Hopefully still have both in the shop still. I know we have the tiny stuff and we have this stuff. Really light and airy. This might be better. Oh, that cut in half would be pretty. There's that one. Alright. Don't have any more of this in the shop, but that's fun too. I wanted it to... Okay, let me put it aside. I'm actually going to put it down by my side because... Don't really want to get up. Okay, let's see. What's going to be our best? I'm almost tempted to do this, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it has a great, and even especially if we lay it down and it sticks out a little bit more. We cut it here and then it continues on down here. It gives us a little bit of a continued tabby feel. I love the border on it, the crochet sort of open weave border, lay it over. I think that's what I want. Now inside we can do more delicate-y layers, right? I mean, one of these would actually be really pretty on this on the inside, really delicate, or even our tiny our tiny white scallop trim. That actually might be really pretty on the green on the inside. Okay. Sorry. Off the la la land there for a second. Why not? And since we're doing the gold, and this hopefully definitely pulls from the colors of the background, so I am concurring. Ooh. Oh, and of course, what did I do? I don't have this ready to go, do I? Sorry. I hate putting it on its side because then it does have a tendency of then like gooing out. I don't like that at all. I know. So yeah, so it's paperwork and orders and taking down Christmas, and we need to get back into the scholarship ordeal and see what's out there if there is. I know her boyfriend did say something about there are scholarships out there for those who are missing family members, right? Have a deceased parent or whatever. So we're gonna have to go see what that's about and see what it goes into. Made the mistake in getting into those free like lottery type scholarship websites. Oh God. And they all just go and the sad part is her school actually did encourage it. Like said, oh, go check all these, these pages out. And I went and did it, and oh God, I'm getting bombarded. And they all just go in circles. They all send you back to the exact same shop, the same websites. And it's a lottery. It really is. They just randomly you apply, and they pick a name, and you get it or you don't. You're like, oh, okay. Like, darn it. But you never know. If we can get a few bucks here and there, it makes all the difference. She's trying to decide, like, how much debt does she want to be in the first year as you're testing it out. and, you know, to do this. And so, so she might stay home the first year and do it from home, which at least cuts, and I think the biggest problem is it's the dorm life. It's the dorm life. And it's something that's only an hour and a half away from us, but the commute is like obscene. And so we were trying to avoid, you know, trying to be late for classes and, you know, maybe, you know, of course, give her the college life, but she's not that far from home, so I can get her once a month and, you know, she can come home and do laundry and all that jazz, but she can't take a car up there. It's a huge city, and, you know, it's really not safe to leave a car in a monthly scenario for parking. There's no guarantee because the school doesn't own the parking lot near one of the dorms. It's not theirs to control. So without any control of that, you know, and they can't control the security, so it's at your own peril, which is never fun. I am cutting the edges to match that. There's a little bit of I don't know whether I'm going to cut all the way around that one. I'm wondering if I should. I did it to that, so maybe I will. I'm like, that one, well, no, it goes up the side. It just looks like it shouldn't. I'm wondering if I should do that, where it's sort of round so you can see the obvious. That one does end there, so there's no worry about it. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll leave it be and see. But anyway, so it's like, she is close enough to commute if she had to, but it's a lot of time in the car, which definitely means, you know, watching her classes and trying, you know, we don't get to, like, they pick the classes for you so that you stay on track. And as long as you pass the classes, you move on to the next ones. And, you know, she's done it 3.5 years. It's with a bachelor's in her degree. And as long as she stays on track. Of course, she changes a little bit. She may end up adding an extra semester here and there, but you'll go, oh, I was going 2D and now I want to do, you know, character design, or, well, I think character design. But anyway, I want to go 3D all of a sudden, or I definitely want, you know, stop motion, or, you know, something comes up and she really has to change gears. You know, she may add a little time, and at that point she's old enough to make that decision and take on that debt. But I don't have the money to give her that debt, or to take care of that debt, and so I'm like, we're trying to do the both. Keep her going. We don't want her to stop. We don't want her to not be in school. But, you know, sometimes you have to make a few adjustments, or maybe take a leap, not a leap year, like what do they call it, a gap year, and save up some money. You know, she's got an internship during the summer, so maybe she can keep that going during, you know, into the new year, and or into the school year, and be able to really save some money. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, it's pretty. I like that. It's all pretty. It's all layered. It's all overlapped with each other. Those flowers pop into those flowers. That gives us some greenery up here. Can't really see the measurement. Oh, there we go. Go a little bit more up on the flowers. You know me. Well, you don't know me. You may know me. Hopefully you know me. If you know me, I have a tendency of laying things down, and then I glue them where they touch, and then pick the whole thing up as a whole, and then, you know, better glue it, because I will never get this back in the exact space, same spot that I have it now. Never. Never, never, never. I am terrible at that. I don't know why. So I do sort of and even this can be temperamental. Yeah, see, my fingers are touching. I try and, oh, I did put that out there, but now you don't see it, huh? I wanted to see parts of that. I wanted to see, shoot. Sorry, guys. Let's do it that way. I want to see part of the sewing machine. I don't want to not see it. Can I turn? Okay, you go that way. Yep, you're on there now, aren't you? They're trying to move things before they get too perfect. That's why, as happy planners design on wax paper, we put our stickers on wax paper, because they will come up and not lose their adhesive. And we can sort of lay the wax paper over our pages, and we can sort of, move, so we can move stickers around until we get it to the combination we like and cluster them up the way we think and really, sort of plan it out, and it becomes more successful. So a little tweaking, of course, things always, still move, or we go to put it down on the page and we're like, oh, not quite exactly what I was hoping for, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put a little here on the edge so I can see where it might go. Where it may or may not touch is fine. Ta-da! So then I just pick it up. I go to the back, see anything that might be loose. Not a huge deal if it's loose back here, like in between the pieces. But I can go over now and just do the whole kit and caboodle where I want it, so it all sticks. But then at least I get the cluster the way I want it. I cannot. I'll lay it down and I get the next one and I forget about what was going to go behind it or whatever. And that's the other thing, you're going from bottom up. And sometimes it really does matter what's on the top layers that decides how the back layers lay out. So I really do not like losing that perfect look. And because I do, I plan it, right? I plan it out. I decide how it's going to go. And then I go to put it down and go, it didn't stay. Or, whatever. It didn't lay out the way I wanted to, and then you just kick yourself, right? Oh, I am loving this. We definitely need to do, though, a little bit of a tab on this journal card. Can't help it. Or round it at least, and we definitely need to put lace or trim up there because I feel like it's definitely bland, and we can't have bland. Not when we have all this gorgeous here. Now we want to get in there. I need my glitter glue now. Not my glitter glue, I'm using glitter glue. I need this. Yeah, even for freestanding embroidery items do sort of have a front and back. They do have a little bit more flatness and a little bit more, work in the... There we go. We're going to hold that down so it stays warm. When it gets warm, it activates nicely. Oh, that's what I forgot. Crap. We were going to put a word. And I could put it over the... there we go. I'll put it over the flowers, maybe. Shoot. I knew I was going to forget. Beautiful down below. Yeah, I want to do beautiful rickrack or samples on this. But maybe not now. Maybe it's more laid out than I realized. I mean, I could put it across any aspect of this. Wouldn't call it a sample, but we do have a lot of, measurements cards. I don't know. I mean, beautiful course is always great. No. Here we go. We're just going to do this so we can decide. I decided to do the shears, which makes sense, right? That's how we cut. It's not bad. I want to do that after all that, right? I didn't like the white. Well, then you can't see the word. I didn't care for the white labeling of the... I could just place it up there, freestanding, and it blends in a little bit. I sort of liked it there. I would say, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? But, you can't answer me, huh? Feels like it's cut off, but I don't think it is. Not much, at least. I think it's the groove in the... There we go. It's hard when your F drops below, so you think you're cutting at an angle because you don't want to cut it off. And then there's the whole, there's some grooves in the paper. Put a linen something in the background. So I did realize that I did not put the words in the kit. So when you buy it on demand, print on demand, I will actually give you the word sheet as a thank you. How's that? I will do our word strips, and you'll get all the word labels. There's a sheet that comes with buttons and words in a couple different sizes and whatever. As a sheet, and I will put that in as a thank you to you guys for buying the print and ship kit. So that is listed. Got that up last week. I was really proud of myself, along with a book stack, and so we're getting, I think I'm up to 8. Now, one lady did ask me, and I will definitely share this with my US ladies, until I feel comfortable to do digitals completely anywhere outside the US. If you have bought stuff from me before in the past, or see someone use one of my digitals, and of course you're going to come to my shop and not see the digital, that's okay. Simply message me on my jewel design side, and oh, I have both of those. Ooh, let me know what one you're looking at in general, or if you want to take a better peek at everything. And within the US, I can open up the digital side of the shop for a couple hours, and you can go in, shop the digitals that you want, and go ahead and, get them purchased. Let me know you've got them, and then I can shut that back down, so that, as much as I hate to not sell to my European and other ladies, I'm still very hesitant to do anything that may involve the EU, the European Union countries. And I hate that, because I've sold to so many of you over the years. But I'm not creating new digitals right now, so I just haven't justified it. So I'm waiting to see how it goes into the spring. And then I'll get the digital open again. So, but there's ways, if you're in the US and I can justify that, or verify that, I will be more than happy to open up some of the digitals in my shop, let you purchase them, download them. And if you have any questions or issues, of course, I'll help you through it. And, then close that back down. So it's sort of by request, you get to see the digitals and, be able to purchase them and do what we need to do. So, unless, of course, you tell me you're a country that you're outside the EU, then I will also open up to you also. Which, there's like 26 countries that belong to the EU. Wow, who knew? Okay. I love this, guys. Oh, that came out so pretty. Oh, well, who knew? A little planning last time definitely made the difference, right? We did do a little clustering to see how that would go, and that's a beautiful cover. It doesn't get in the way. It's flat enough. I love our button down below. That is from Creative Lefty, and I'll make sure I don't know if she has any more, if she'll make them on demand or on request, but she had a couple different colors, and this is sort of a taupey, not taupey, like a gold, antique gold, freestanding embroidered button. And they came in sets of 6, maybe 5 or 6. So, so we've got some lace. It looks like it continues on to our back page, or inside back page, right? And then I will cluster. We have plenty of stuff. We'll do some clustering again, just like we sort of did here. We'll do a small cluster here to decorate that. Now let's see what the lace could be on this, and then I'm going to let you guys go. We have 3 different laces, all in the white. We do this, and then if I found a floral cluster to put right there, I think we would be set. Let's see really quick. I know I have florals. I don't know if I cut them all out. I don't think I cut them all out, because, oh my gosh, there's a lot, right? I got little clusters, which might work. Oh, so many florals. Ooh. Let's see, what did I come across? Oh, yeah, so we could do something like that, which would bring the black and white over to this side. Right, with black and white on the other side, so we continue on, we can do that. Sort of like that idea. If I add a little bit of a tan to this mix. Man, talk about not liking to cut out circles. Oh my goodness. That's why I use my circle punches, but this you can't circle punch. There we go. Okay. Now, is that why we want to go really light and airy and not really make it too withstanding? We have this one. So these two we both still have in the shop. I believe I still have some of this in the shop. I do have some delicate bridal trims. There's 3 or 4 listings, and they each have 4 different types in each one. So we can do this, which is definitely thicker, heavier, or we can really heavy it up. Now, if I do this, of course, I would not. Ooh, I only have a little bit left. I would not need to do much, and I'm afraid we are out of this one. This one I'd put off to the side so that it would actually be a sort of a mirror to this. Still see the green, and put that in the middle. I'm liking that idea, actually. Like, I'm really liking that idea. But my other thing is, I was thinking about what to put up here, because I'm like, wouldn't that be pretty? But I think I have some crochet trim that's like this that I want to put up there, I think. So let's do that. Bring some white over from, like, because we have the white on the other side, right? The more whiter pages. So I think that would be really pretty. I'm liking that. We're going to do a combination of white and cream trim throughout this whole thing. For sure. Now, do I want to? No, I don't want to center it. All right. Should be using the proper papers here. Let's see. It gives me a little bit left, which I will probably then use somewhere in here. I like to sort of keep that continuous. So I'll put over with those other pieces of trim, pieces of this left over. And I will definitely, we'll use it somewhere else within the journal itself. We'll pull pieces from the ephemera holder side, and we will get it to coincide with the, my pin. Oh, I hate when that happens. There it is. Like, I think that's the pin. Gosh, I hope that's the pin. I want to pin that because I don't want it to keep coming loose. I'm taking the pieces from the ephemera holder, which is sort of like the outside, the cover, the kit and caboodle of your journal, and then bringing it in. Now, if I do this, though, I just realized, well, we didn't know. No, that'd be good. If I glue it down, that really doesn't make it a full tuck, a belly band, because we don't really want things to fall out of it. So if I just lightly go down this side here, it will just give us, it will make it another tuck, not so much a belly band. And I'm okay with that, because I don't like losing stuff. I don't like my stuff falling out every time I move my pour. Every time I move this, the last thing I want to do is have it fall out. So we're going to, let me use my proper little, couldn't find these guys. I would love to find these in a bulk so I could share with you guys. Occasionally they're at Dollar Tree, where we get two or four of them, I don't remember. But I was wondering if they were out there, like, in the masses, so we could, like, get you guys somewhere. If you guys couldn't find them, you had an opportunity. And no, I can only find, okay, my mom finally found a few. We found them at Dollar Tree forever ago. And then I realized that the one I had was going bad. Like, it was just a disaster. It was so disgusting. I was like, I want a new one. Oh, no, I lost it. No, that's right. I lost it. I had lost it. And I was like, oh, I can't find it. Oh, no. Da, 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 da. And so my mom happened to be at Dollar Tree and found them. I was looking to see if I had a tab in here. I don't. Gosh, these are rock hard. These are some of our older, not ours, but some other really not so great bottle tops. They're plastic, and they're really tough. Which are not our favorites. Anyway, lost it, and it was so sad because you sort of need that, and we need that in what we're doing. And my mom found a few at Dollar Tree, so yeah, don't go look at your Dollar Tree for those, I guess, because I can't find them in that silicone kind of concept. All of they're thimbles, they're finger thimbles, technically, but they're, so we're gonna let that stick out, actually, I think, but we just don't want it to seal. Whoops, we don't want it to seal on that end. Let's get that off, just enough. It's like I want to glue it down here, but I don't want it to stick to the actual, what's the word? Don't want it to perfectly stick. No, let's not use that one. Let me use but I don't want it to stick here. Oh, there we go. So I want it loose here because I want to be able to tuck underneath it. I'm using that to sort of keep these guys from flipping out too far. But we can still tuck something in here. And then we've got this on the outside. We need to put color on that. Where's my eraser? Oh, no. I just realized I don't know where my glue eraser is. That's interesting. Okay, that's not gonna work. Well, how rude. Okay, well, I will mess with that later when it's not get that far. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we decorated our side tuck here, right? We got our side tuck. We have the lace here for our standard pocket, faux lace pocket. Ta-da, with our journal card in it, ready to go. All right, we've got our journal card here, so then we can find, as I'm going through things, we'll just start tucking cute little things in here, little ephemera embellishments, and we have the front cover done. Look at that. I'm loving it. Okay, those are in there. So, all we have to do now is I got to find our real lace tuck here. We're going to have a real lace pocket here. No, other way. tuck here, lace here, pocket here, tuck here. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, let's not do that. And then we have our, our tags for the top for each one of those, and we're going to have to do some flat decor. Do a little bit on the back to, we'll do something sort of scrapbooky with our with leftover papers for the back of each one of these tags. So when they're sticking up, they don't look so bleh outside of the. So we'll do some ephemera decorating here soon. All right. I will go ahead and add the real lace to the pockets and tucks that we need. So we'll do our cluster here, and we will do decorating of the tags on the next video I get when I come back to this. We'll do that. And then I will let you know how I decided to put a journal in here. I realize the pages are too long this way. They're perfect here, but they're going to be a little long here. We're going to go so far out. So we may have to do some accordion and glue in coffee dye papers or something fun. But I will let you know. I'll figure that out when I do. I'll give you a tutorial on how I took our pages and turned them into smaller, journal pages. So I'll give you that tutorial in a couple videos out. But we'll probably get back to the altered book, and we will be working on some bag covers. I'm going to take some of our bags that we have in our shop and in my samples and see if we can find a cool way to cover up those book pages with bags to make some flip out, tuck in, more pockets, right? More bag pockets, page pockets, whatever you want. So lots coming out. Thank you so much for watching. Love that this turned out so well. And now when we get pages in here, this is where the journal is. So we'll have edges, book page edges here, journal page edges here. That'll be pretty, especially if we do some deco cutting here. It'll give some nice texture that'll be very, hopefully appealing to the edge of our flip-flop mini journal. Called Journal with Ephemera Holder. Because you will definitely have 4 journal cards, 4 tags, plus, little things tucked in, and the mini journal in the back. So, back, there you go, in the back. Gotta love it, you get confused. Love you all very, very much. Hopefully you'll come back again soon as we continue on with this project and our botanical altered journal. Love you all very much. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.